Okay, so welcome to another class for advanced digital marketing. Today we will be starting with new terms, okay, which are important terms which we have already jotted down. So let's start. So today's term, the first one is JavaScripts. Now, what are JavaScript or what is a JavaScript? Okay, so Java, as we all know, is a high-level programming language, right? And what is the language? When I say language, last time I told you that to do interact with a computer, okay, to interact with a human being, we need certain language, right? Similarly, to interact with the computer, the software to create softwares which will interact with the computer, we need to have certain language. So softwares are built on multiple languages. One of the most famous and one of the most widely used is JavaScript. Now, JavaScript is a high level programming language. Okay. Now, what do you mean by high level? High level simply means that JavaScript has much more capabilities in terms of logic defining, in terms of the flexibility of what you can actually achieve, right? So it's mainly used in creating interactive and dynamic elements for any website. Okay, if you go to any website and if you see certain functionalities, okay, which are sometimes cool to look at and very helpful for the users, you can be pretty much be confident that okay, this could have been coded in JavaScript. Okay, now it is one of the core technologies which is being used on World Wide Web, and all the modern web browsers, they support JavaScript. Now, JavaScript also allows developers to add functionality, validate data, manipulate the content of web pages, and respond to user interactions. Now, what does that mean by that? With the help of JavaScript, we can add a lot more functionalities. Okay, for example, now I want to create a custom website and I want to have functionality where people can make the payment. So I can integrate payment gateway. Okay, now I can sit down and write code for the payment gateway integration with the third party on my website, or I can use ready-made plugins or softwares which are already available and then embed them. Okay, either way, if there are any advanced functionalities that I want, I can code them using JavaScript. So provided I know how to use JavaScript. Okay, now once you learn or once you understand JavaScript, okay, and once you know how to use it, you can literally become the master of website or application development. Okay, so JavaScript, we will touch upon it very uh, uh, on a very basic level when we are doing WordPress development. Okay, at that time I'll tell you how to develop websites. Okay, and where are the scripts embedded, how is it embedded, who creates the script. I will also write down a couple of scripts myself and I'll show it to you guys, and you guys will be able to understand from there. Okay, so it is not something that will be, it's not that JavaScript is not that over a session of one or two classes you will learn JavaScript. No, that wouldn't be true, because JavaScript is very vast, right? And then it takes time and perseverance to understand JavaScript. However, we'll try to make it simple. We'll try to understand how it is, and we'll definitely not get into the depth, but we will touch upon the basics. Okay, great. Now let's talk about the next term, which is Google Tag. Now, what is Google Tag? Now, Google Tag, TAG, Google Tag refers to collection of tools and technology which is provided by, which is made by Google, which is provided by Google. Most of them are free, some of them are paid or premium versions. Okay, now it allows the website owners and marketers to gather insight about consumer behavior. Okay, and you can monitor your advertisement campaigns, and you can also optimize website performance. Now what happens is, Google Tag is like set of tools, right? Small softwares which will analyze, which will give you interactive data, which you can go ahead and visualize it. You can use that data. You can find out about your consumer behavior. For example, I'll give you an example. Okay, you have a website and you have posted something, and when people visit your website, you want to know at what time of the day people are visiting your website. Who are the people who are visiting your website? Are they boys or girls? Okay, what is the age group? Okay, now why is it important for you to understand all that? So that you can go ahead and focus on your target customers, right? Target group. You remember primary audience, your target audience, right? So why? Because those are the people who are absolutely uh, your main target. Okay, your main target audience, so to speak. Now, others can also visit your website, but majorly if you're running a t-shirt business, okay, and you're selling t-shirts, now everybody can buy t-shirts. However, your main target, so to speak, should be young crowd, right, between the age of 18 to 35. Now, between the age of 18 to 35, you can find the demography, you can find all the data using, when they visit your website, it gets captured, and then Google tag will help you find more information about it. Okay, so when we do practical, I'll show you how it works, and yeah, it's pretty fun to realize your own campaign. How is it performing? If you put an ad in Instagram, or if you put an ad somewhere, how is it performing? Like, how many people clicked on that ad? How many people clicked on the link? How many people watched the video? How many people liked it? Okay, all that, it's fun metrics to have, and then you can do real data gathering, and you can do real insight, okay, analysis by looking at such data, right? So one of the visualization tool that Google has created, keeping in mind the same insights and behavior, is called Google Data Studio. Okay, now Google Data Studio is also one of its free platform available by Google. Okay, now I'll show you how it looks like. All you have to do is go here. There you go. Okay, Google Data Studio. Your data is beautiful. Use it. Okay, now use it for free. Let me click on it. So it's also known as Looker Studio, by the way. Okay, and there you go. Right, now I can create a report. Okay, I can add the data sources. Okay, and I can explore, like, you can create a button like an add-on, and then it can you can get more options, right? So what are data sources, what are the reports, how to explore, all that we will do when we do practical. Okay, so this is how the data looks like. These are just the templates, right? I'll just click on the blank one. Say, to get started, let's complete your account setup. Okay, so you will also get the same option, right? So enter your basic information. Let's say country India. I'll just put my company. Kartys Digital Academy. Okay. It says how Looker Studio can help. Connect to all your data sources. Bring your insights together. What are data sources? My social media accounts, my LinkedIn, my YouTube, my own website, my own blog. I can connect everything here, and all the data from each and every channel will come here. Right? Okay. Select which updates you want to receive. Okay, now what are the updates? You can unsubscribe or change these end user settings later. Would you like to get tips? And yes, I would like. Product announcement, yes. Market research, yes. Okay, yes to all. Okay, now click on continue. Okay, so there you go. right? So when I click on new blank report, okay, now it says Google has how many connectors? It has 23 connectors. Okay, now one of the connectors is Looker, the other one is Google Analytics, the third one is Google Ads, Google Sheet, BigQuery, App Sheet, so on and so forth. There are so many, right? Now I can connect all of them. Okay, now let's say YouTube Analytics. I want to connect YouTube Analytics. Okay, I want to authorize. So we have a YouTube channel. So I'm authorizing YouTube Analytics. I'm clicking on it. There you go. It has already filled up my account. Can you see that? Kartys courses, right? It's my channel. So I'll just click on add. Now, how is it finding this account? Because I'm logged in with the same Google account, right? Now, if your YouTube channel is some other Google account, that also you can add, but you have to add it manually, okay? If you're about to add data to this report, I'll say yes. Don't show me again, or just leave it like that. Add to report. There you go. My report is there. Can you see? Here I can see all these are the data pointers, right? Annotation, clickable impressions. Okay, I can add it to the data here. I can just drag drop. Okay, annotation clicks. Okay, so I mean, look at this options. There's so many options that we can find out. So when we do analytics, okay, at that time we'll go through each and every one. Okay, we'll understand how this works properly. Okay, how you can use, for example, you have YouTube channel, okay, and you have a website of your own business, you have an Instagram account, you have Facebook. You want to get all the data from there. You want to see how many people have actually clicked on your post, how many people liked it, how many people shared it. Okay, what is the country code, what's the date and time, what is the external ID, external video ID, info card clicks. Okay, when you add info card clicks, okay, so all that information, I mean, this, my god, this unlimited, right? So all this helps you get the information really up close. Okay, so that you can see the data in front of you. You can make the decisions right there by looking at the data. So there's no more guesswork needed. Okay, you will know exactly what type of content people like, what type of videos of your own channel people have clicked and people have shared, right? And then based on that, you can go ahead and make the decision about the next video or next channel or whatever, right? So yeah, so this is how it looks like. Okay, today we will just we'll not get into the depths of it, but just for your information, this is how it looks. Okay, when we do analytics classes, at that time we'll go through each and every topic in details. Fair enough? Any questions? I'll just close it. Okay, if no questions, we'll move forward. The next a very important term is search engine. Now, what is search engine? Search engine is basically anything, any place, okay, where you can find something, right? Now, let's say, is library a search engine? Yeah, it's an offline search engine. Okay, you go to library, you'll find all the books. Okay, whichever category books you want, you can go ahead and find it. Can I call it a search engine? No, not technically, because it is offline, right? Now, similarly, Google is a search engine. Why? You can go ahead and find any information that you want, right? The information exists, and that information is there, available online for everyone in this world. Whoever is connected to internet, they can just simply go and search something, and the result will come, right? Now that is called a search engine. Now, is Google the only search engine? No, Google is the most recognized and most famous one, right? Before Google, there was AOL, Rediff, Yahoo, right? There's so many, and even now they are there, but they're not very prominent as compared to Google. Google has become the number one in terms of everything. Okay, especially with the launch of Android phones. Okay, Google has even become more known as people. Android phone already has Google, and then you have to have a Google account to set it up and then use it. Correct. So yeah, Google is the number one, and I don't see that changing in the future as well. And apart from Google, there are other search engines. Okay, Microsoft has Bing. Okay, now Bing, they want to use Bing, and they've been trying to develop Bing for a long time. However, Microsoft Edge as a browser hasn't been very much used. Hasn't been very popular of lately. And then yeah, the most used browser is Chrome. Okay, and the most obviously, if you're using Chrome, it connects to Google as a search engine. Yeah, so that becomes number one search engine by itself. And Bing is also trying to come up to the curve. However, it has still room for improvement, so it's still going on. Yeah. So yeah, that is search engine. Now you will come across the word search engine in your careers a lot of times, almost daily. Okay, because you'll be working as a digital marketing executive, right, or analyst. So at that time, you will have to work on search engine optimization. So what is search engine optimization? Any effort that you do so that your website can become number one under the search engines. Okay. Now, which search engine are we talking about? We're talking about Google. Okay. Now, so SEO stands for search engine optimization. Now, what do you mean by search engine optimization? Optimization means to make something better, right? To optimize it. So if you have a website, you have to optimize your website so that Google can give you a rank, good enough rank. When people search for you, Google knows, okay, this website is there which is related to this, and they have followed all the rules and regulations. Now let us put their website on top, right? So that is called an optimization. Okay, how to do optimization, what are the techniques, what are the tools, what type of optimizations are there? We will discuss all that when we do SEO, right? So as of now, in SEO there are two things that you have to learn. One is on page SEO, the other one is off page SEO. Okay, now what is negative SEO, what is positive SEO, okay, what is black hat SEO, what is white hat SEO, all that we will discuss later, and when the proper class where we discuss only about SEO, right? Now, as of now, you just have to understand SEO means search engine optimization. You know what is a search engine? It's Google. To optimize something which can show on top of the Google's result page, right? So what can you possibly do? You can do on page SEO and off page SEO. On page SEO means on the web page, on the website, on the page, on your own page. Okay. Off page SEO simply refers to the fact that all the techniques, all the optimization techniques that you use, okay, which is outside your website. Okay, like your content, your back hyperlinkings, your backlink sharing, your authoritativeness, EAT, right? So all that, it's an external source. So off page and on page we will do live, and then we will delve into the world of SEO, and then you will understand from the basics to the master level. Okay, we will go through each and every program, each and every topic in details so that you can understand the entire process. All right, so as of now, SEO just stands for search engine optimization, and to make it understandable, it is simply the efforts that people do to put the website on top. Okay, that's all. What's a browser? Now, browser, as you already know, uh, the browser is a software. Basically, it's a software that connects to internet. Okay. Now, when I say connects to internet, so it must be connecting to a search engine, right? Now, if you use Google Chrome, and when you search something, Google Chrome is connected to Google's search engine, right? So when you search something, it will connect your request. It will take your request, go to the search engine, find everything within split seconds, come back and display your information. So that becomes your information. Okay, your information SERP. Okay, basically it's a search engine results page. So whatever you have searched for, Google will take, the crawlers will go ahead and find out all the index pages in the search engine, find the most relevant ones and the ones which are most ranking ones, and send it to you as a user. You can go ahead and decide which website now you want to click and use further, right? It can be any topic, it can be anything. You can search anything on Google, right? And it will certainly give you something. And if there's no relevant page information about that topic that you're searching, it'll tell you no search found. Okay, but that's very rare. You should find something or the other. All right, so that is a browser. Okay, so let me now talk about crawling. Now, crawling, who crawls? Okay, now spiders, they crawl the web, right? Now here we don't have any spiders, we don't have any web. What are we talking about? We're talking about digital web. Okay, World Wide Web. What is World Wide Web? World Wide Web simply means network of computers, right? Your phone is also connected to World Wide Web. Why? Because you have mobile internet activated on your phone. The moment you turn it off, you become off the internet, right? Now your phone is neither exchanging information, okay, there's no upload download of information. Now bots are there, okay, small bots, okay, are created. They crawl the World Wide Web to get the latest information, the most accurate for example, I want to search for football. Okay, now I type football in my browser. Okay, now it's connected to Google as a search engine. Now Google, the moment I put the word football, the crawlers will start crawling the entire World Wide Web. Okay, and then find out the most relevant information which has the word football in it, and then it will display that information to me on my browser, right, on my search engine results page. So everything related to football with the most accurate information being at the top will be available for me to view. Okay, all right, so now let's talk about data structure. Data structure we already discussed earlier. It's structuring of data. Now what does it mean? Whenever we keep our things properly in an arranged and manner, what happens is it gives us an opportunity to go ahead and retrieve the information faster and quicker, right? Similarly, data also, we have to keep it in a structured way so that it's the retrieval of information is much easier and faster, right? So yeah, so that's why it is very important to maintain a data structure. Every company that you work for or any freelance job or project that you're working on, you will be expected to maintain a data structure. Okay, like creating folders, okay, with the date and just whatever work you've done, putting it in that folder. Next day when you come to work, you create a new folder, right? Stuff like that. So it becomes very easy to retrieve the information if you have been maintaining a proper data structure methodology. Okay, all right, let's move on to the next one. Indexing. So basically indexing is the arrangement of data, okay, so that it can be easily found. Now, I'll give you a very similar example. Okay, the analogy is of a book. Now, if you buy a book, if you get any book, doesn't matter which book, but if you buy a book, um, you don't have to read the entire book to understand which information is where. Okay, if you're looking for a specific information, you can go through the index page, right? Every book has an index page where it shows, okay, this topic is on page number 10, this topic is on page number 25, right? Similarly, why is it important to create index in a book? Because the retrieval of that particular information, of that particular page, becomes easier for the reader, right? Because I don't want to read the whole book, I just want to get one particular information. So I got the book. Now I'll go to the index page. I'll find out my topic relevant to my search, and then I'll simply flip over to that number of that page number, and then I'll be able to view it. Correct? So otherwise, if there was no index page, what will happen? I'll have to read the entire book, right? And then only I'll be able to understand where is what option, right? So it's more time consuming, correct? And doesn't make sense because it's less productive. So indexing is done on Google as well. Indexing is to categorize, to arrange the data in such a way that it becomes easier for crawlers to go and crawl and find out the information and give it to the user, right? Now, for example, if I've put in the word football and I hit enter, what happens? It does not crawl the entire World Wide Web. Okay, what it does is it goes straight to the categories page and then identify football is a part of which category, right? And then take out that particular web page information and show it to us, right? Or display it over our SERP, search engine results page. With the help of that, I'll be able to you take the data and use the data, consume it however I want. Like I can read it, if it's a song that I want, I can listen to it, right? So how is it able to do that? Because of data structuring, okay, and indexing. So indexing is very important while you're doing data structuring. All right. Now let's talk about the spiders. Spiders, as I've already mentioned earlier, these are bots. They crawl World Wide Web. Okay, just like a spider will crawl, the web that it's created. Why? Because it wants to scroll, it wants to crawl and find out if there is any prey or if there is any, anything stuck, and then the spiders can go ahead and survive, right? They can eat that and survive. Similarly, same concept in World Wide Web. The spiders are created for a very specific reason. One of the reason is to go ahead and fetch the information, which is very relevant and quicker, right? So that's how they have been created, and those are the softwares which are called spiders. Okay, great. Okay, so what we will do is we will just new product lifecycle. I've already explained in the previous class, right? If you have any questions, I'll just go through it easy once. For a new product lifecycle, first thing what you need is a website, right? Anybody would need a website. After that, once you've created a website, let's say you have launched a new product. Okay, now you want to sell t-shirt online. You've created the factory, you've created the raw materials, you've gotten the raw materials, you've created the entire assembly and the printing process. Okay, now you want to go online. So first thing what you need is a website. Second thing what you need is you want to promote it on social media, right? Because you want to make use of Instagram and all that. And then after that, what you'll do, you want to drive sales, right? You want to do digital ads. Now, doing digital ads, what will happen is your particular post can now reach thousands and thousands of people depending on the package that you bought, as compared to very few hundred which is free, right? But then now you want to reach 10,000 people, so you have to create an ad and run it for a certain number of days, and then Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, wherever you're putting ad, they will go ahead and display your ad in multiple channels across, right? And they will also make sure that your ad is more relevant to the topic. And then after that comes sales part. Now you have created an ad, people have started clicking on it, and then people like it, and then there's a pay button. When people click on it, they can add it to cart, and the moment they click on it and they purchase, that becomes a sale. Okay, so the ultimate destination for a product life cycle is sales. Now we don't stop there, we have to go one step extra, one step ahead, for customer experience. Now what is customer experience? Just imagine you have a t-shirt manufacturing business. You have created a huge inventory, and you've printed thousands and thousands of t-shirts. You've created website, you've launched a digital campaign. Now there are a lot of orders coming in. You have fulfilled those orders as well. Now you have made a good amount of profit. Okay, but after that you have not paid attention to how customers feel. Now some of the customers might not like the t-shirt quality. They may come back and just ask for a refund, whatever it is. Now at that time you have to understand what measures, what things are you doing for customer experience, for enhancing customer experience, right? For example, if you have a television ad, you don't know how many people are watching that ad, right? But because that is not digital marketing. But with digital marketing, you can exactly know how many people clicked on your ad, for how long they watched it, what type of content they're interested in, and if they contact you, okay, then it becomes easier for you to understand the customer, and it becomes easier for you to have a loyalty, brand loyalty from the customer, because now customers know, if I buy t-shirt from this company, okay, they not only give free shipping, but also they take care of customers. If there's any problem with the t-shirt or anything, they can easily raise a request for for taking care of that order, or maybe upgrading it, or whatever it is that you're doing, to give one extra mile of support. Okay, so that is called customer experience. You have to walk the extra mile, right? And then provide them with exceptional service. If they don't like the t-shirt, if the color is fading, you tell them, what, bring it to the store, exchange it, no questions asked. So they will go ahead and they'll be so happy. They'll say, okay, what, I was a customer here, and then I was just trying out, but then the amount of facilities that this company gives, it's not available with other companies. So what will happen, I as a customer will now promote your website to my friends and family. I'll say, what, go to this website, okay, you'll get huge discounts, plus the delivery is very nice, and it is the customer service team at that particular company, they are very enthusiastic and very helpful. So you will tell everyone that this is the brand. So what you have done is you've leveraged digital technologies which is available, and now you have converted one ordinary sale to a loyalty based sale, which means now you have, since you have given great customer experience, they have the customers have told about your company to other friends and family, right? At that time, what will happen, ultimately you will be getting more sales, right? So customer experience is also, it's last in the list, but it's also relevant throughout the each and every stages. Okay, great. So what we will do is we will end the call here. Okay, and what I would request you is, whatever we have discussed today, same, you just have to write down a couple of words and send it to us, and we will review it and let you know how is the progress. And yeah, if you do you have any questions before we wrap up? Anyone?
No, sir.
Okay, so since we don't have any questions, we will wrap up for the day. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for your interest in digital marketing course. And we will soon, maybe tomorrow. Okay, bye bye.